Jai Bhagwan, and welcome back to our series of Introduction to Meditation and Motion yoga classes. Last time I introduced you to two aspects of yoga that goes back to the Eastern tradition. And the first is meditation, and the next is energy. So in our previous yoga practice, we introduced starting by being what we're doing it for. I would suspect the reason you would practice meditation or yoga is because you want peace and harmony physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so in a meditation and motion practice, we start with a practice that facilitates meditation at the very beginning, so that we can carry that meditative state throughout the whole practice, whether in movement or in stillness. And this sets up the ability to be able to take meditation and motion into our lives, bringing that peace and harmony into our lives. We utilize the tool of conscious feeling. Being able to feel sensations in the body gets us in touch with our energetic intelligence, or in yoga we call this prana. And it's that energetic intelligence or prana that restores us at night when we sleep, and facilitates that first stretch in the morning before we're really thinking about it, to help waken the body up. So conscious feeling in a meditation and motion practice is designed to help us get in touch with that energetic intelligence in the body. In today's class, we're going to be utilizing a tool called deliberate hold with complementary movement, and able to begin to learn how to follow the energies, innate energetic intelligence in our lives and on the yoga mat. So how we'll do that is we will deliberately hold in a yoga pose. And here's the important thing about that. We want to hold at the edge. And the edge can be defined as our ability to remain relaxed while deeply engaged. That's very, very important. In a yoga practice, specifically meditation and motion, we want to be relaxed throughout the whole practice. Remember, it's meditation in motion. So we'll go into poses. We will deliberately hold at the edge, not past the edge. And you'll know you're past the edge if your breath begins to get strained or erratic, or the mind becomes overly active. If you notice yourself passing an edge, just back away from it, or come completely out of the pose, reset, relax, and then come back in the pose with a renewed ability to be in peace and harmony in the present moment. So we'll deliberately hold a pose in a specific direction so we can feel energy in the body. And we typically use this in such a way where there's an equal and opposite felt response in the body when holding in one way. So for example, if you hold the body in a back bend for long enough, how is the body going to want to restore itself? Well, that energy to restore balance in the body is going to want to facilitate a forward fold. You go in one direction, the balancing movement would be to go in the opposite direction. So we'll deliberately hold so we can feel energy in the body. And then when we release, we'll just see what we can feel in that complementary movement, that energetic intelligence guiding us in an equal and opposite way. So that'll be our experimentation today. So remember, just relax, be at ease. You can't do it wrong. You can adjust, modify as needed throughout the entire practice, and always work at your edge. So to begin, let's just sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes and get in touch with the body. Begin to deepen and lengthen your inhalations and your exhalations, only to the degree where there is no struggle or strain in breathing. Should be relaxed. Breathing through the nose if that's available to you. Relax the abdomen. Relax the chest. Relax the shoulders back and down. Soften through the neck, the jaws, and the face. Continuing to breathe steadily in and out. And we set our intention for our practice by using the ancient chant of the Asatoma mantra that I'll repeat in English again. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from time-bound consciousness to the timeless state of being that I am. Right here, right now, in this precious moment. And we'll join together in the universal sound of love, peace, harmony, what I like to consider the overflowing of love into this whole world with the sound of Om. And to help you feel the vibrations, the energy of the sound of Om, place your left palm over your heart, your right palm over your left palm, feeling the sensational touch of hand over hand and hand at the heart. And then feeling the vibrations of Om emanate from the heart out into the world. And taking in a full, complete breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. Gently opening up the eyes. And Jabagwan. Releasing the hands down slowly and attentively. And then shifting the body into a comfortable position for our start by being technique that we'll use, the bowing breath. So either seated on the heels, cross-legged, legs extended in front of you, or even in a chair. Place the hands on the thighs. Again, just close the eyes. Begin to observe the natural flow of breath in and out. If available, breathing through the nose. And with your next inhalation, draw the breath into the very bottom of the lungs. Fill the lungs completely to the bottom and then all the way up to the top. And feel that rise of expansion in the torso, helping to extend and lift the spine. Exhaling, releasing completely right here. With your next inhaling breath, as you feel that rise of expansion in the body, Lift the chest, lift the chin, lean back just slightly. And as you exhale, hinge from the hip creases, folding forward and down, using the hands as needed to support you. Folding as far as the body comfortably goes. When the next inhaling breath arises, begin to unfold, unwind, rising back up to a seated position, lifting chest, lifting chin, leaning back slightly, and then exhaling, again folding forward. Now following your own breathing rhythm. Let the breath flow steadily and smoothly. Really coming into contact with feeling the slow movement of breath, the slow movement of the body. And if you find it takes you a couple of breaths to comfortably fold all the way forward or come all the way back up, that's okay as well. Just let the exhaling breath initiate each folding of forward, and the inhaling breath initiate coming back up again. Stay in touch with sensations, not working past an edge so that you can be completely relaxed and at ease. Letting this be a meditation in motion. Next time the body is in the upright position, just remain still and steady in a seated position. And be aware of what's present in this moment. Be aware of the body, any thoughts. Just be aware of the thoughts, don't get drawn into them. Be aware of any sounds, including that of my voice. Any emotions. Being all along the way. And then simply begin to notice the legs. And if there's an energetic prompting to change the position of the legs, as we come into the Kriya of Chitta and Prana, can adjust and then return to stillness after adjusting, making that a part of the yoga practice. Again, sitting tall, turning the palms to face up on the thighs, eyes closed. Breath still flowing steadily in and out. Begin to imagine, visualize, as if you can breathe in and out through the center of the abdomen. All of the attention resting at the center of the abdomen. You can even place the hand at the center of the abdomen to help orient your attention there, releasing the hand when it's appropriate. As you bring your attention and the breath to the center of the abdomen, perhaps begin to observe how sensations become a little stronger at the center of the abdomen. That energy follows your attention. Just observe that. Observe that by, with your next inhalation, draw the breath in through the center of the abdomen and then let it rise up in the torso to the center of the chest, exhaling out through the center of the chest. So now the breathing pattern is inhaling through the center of the abdomen, feeling the sensations, breath, energy, follow the attention upwards into the chest, exhaling out through the center of the chest. And with your next inhaling breath, feel the sensations, the energy move from the abdomen up the torso into the center of the chest. And now, as if you can breathe in and out through the center of the chest. All of the attention resting at the center of the chest so you can feel the accumulation of energy, center of the chest. Recognizing that energy follows attention and considering that this affects your whole life. Anywhere in your life you focus your attention, that's where the energy will flow. Breathing in and out through the center of the chest. In my tradition of yoga, we call this the abode of prana, at the heart center. With your next inhaling breath, drawing the breath, the energy, the attention in through the center of the chest, splitting it in two, letting it stream down the arms, exhaling through the palm of each hand. So now the breathing pattern is inhaling attention, breath, energy to the center of the chest, feeling the energy stream down the arms. Exhale through the palms of the hands. Feeling the chest, arms, and palms filled with prana. All of the attention focused on the movement of breath in through the chest, down through the arms, out through the palms of the hands. And with your next inhaling breath, drawing the breath, the energy into the center of the chest, feeling it stream down the arms into the palms, and now, as if you can actually breathe in and out the palms of the hands. All of the attention resting at the palms of the hands. And continuing to use this visualization of breathing in and out through the palms of the hands, very slowly, almost imperceptibly slowly, begin to lift the hands up off the knees or thighs. And in that same slow movement, turn the palms to face one another, breathing in and out the palms of the hands. And without allowing the hands to touch, begin to press the palms towards each other until you feel a slight energetic edge in between the palms of the hands. It may show up as a felt sense of a magnet polarity, a pulse between the hands, a warmth, or something very, very subtle. Just trust what you feel. And when you find that energetic edge between the palms of the hands, continue to breathe in and out through the palms of the hands as you press the palms together and apart, just about 1/8 of an inch over this felt sense of energy in between the palms. Continue breathing in and out to the palms of the hands. And see if this felt energy has a top and a bottom to it, or perhaps a front and a back. You can explore this energy between the palms. Keep breathing in and out the palms of the hands, making that 1/8 of an inch movement as you explore and feel for a top, a bottom, front, back, a shape, a size. Fully engaged in feeling this energy, so much so now that attention is following the energy. With your next exhaling breath, begin to allow the hands to release back down to the legs. And just notice how at ease the mind is, how relaxed the breath is. Let this felt sense of harmony and relaxation be the attunement that you take with you into the remainder of the practice, allowing this to be a meditation in motion. So the next movements that we will make can be done seated if necessary, but if available, very slowly begin to transition the body into a position on your hands and knees, coming into a table position. Just continue to use conscious feeling, feeling the sensations of energy in the body as you transition, by moving slow enough that you don't lose touch of feeling and shift into thinking about what you're doing. Feel out how the body wants to move and transition into a table position. The knees directly below the hips, the wrists directly below the shoulders. You can have palms down, or if this isn't accessible, come up onto knuckles. Or you can do these movements in a chair, seated as well. Tune into the breath again. Smooth, steady breaths in and out. And on your next inhaling breath, lift the tailbone, lift the chin and the head, and let the belly release down towards the floor, coming into cow pose. With the exhaling breath, drop the tailbone, lower the head down towards the floor, and arch the spine, coming into cat pose. Continue to move back and forth between cow and cat, following the flow of your own breathing pattern. Again, this isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's individualized to your unique needs right now. Each inhaling breath, you'll let the abdomen release down as you lift the tailbone up, lift the chin, lift the head up. Each exhalation, you'll begin to round the spine, tucking the chin to the chest, drawing the navel center in and up, pressing the center of the spine up towards the ceiling. Feel the sensations in the body. Always working at an edge so that you can be relaxed in the movements. Use the breath to help facilitate relaxing with the sensations in the body. Next time you complete the rounded back cat pose, inhale, come back to a neutral spine, table position. And just feel the effects of these movements in the body. And if you feel a prompting towards another movement, that's that innate intelligence. You have complete permission to follow that anytime during the yoga practice and catch up to what I'm saying when that's complete. Just feel. Letting the breath flow smoothly and steadily. With your next exhaling breath, begin to turn and look at the right shoulder and draw the right shoulder and the right hip towards each other, creating a C curve in the body and a stretch along the left side of the body. As you inhale, come back up to center. And then as you exhale, turn and look at the left shoulder, draw the left shoulder and the left hip towards each other, creating a C curve in the right side of the body where you feel the stretch. Continue to move back and forth from side to side. Again, breath is flowing smoothly and steadily, and you're simply feeling the stretch in the body. And you'll begin to notice those physical edges where the body can't stretch any deeper. It's okay. That's a physical edge. It's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's simply where the body naturally stops. So honor it. There's no perfect yoga pose to get into. The perfect pose is when you're relaxed, yet fully engaged in the present moment with whatever pose is showing up in your life. And next time you exhale to the left side, with the inhalation, let that bring you back to center. Pause at center, feeling the effects of these movements. And then we'll begin to circle the body. So you can start out by circling just at the hips. Just feel the hips circling around and around. Feeling the sensations begin to rise in the body. And then begin to feel the whole upper body circle. So circling over to the side, back, to the other side, and then forward. Just working your way into as full of a circle as is available in the body. Breathing and feeling and just exploring. Are there any areas of tightness that you're beginning to feel in the body? Explore that, maybe lean into it a little bit. Take a few breaths there. And feel that stronger sensation without running past it. You can even make some of those micro movements, those 1/8 of an inch movements right over that stronger sensation, that edge of stronger sensation. And then continue with the circle. Perhaps there's a felt sense to circle in the opposite direction. Go with that. Trust that energetic intelligence guiding you and your ability to respond and receive that guidance. This is where you allow the attention to follow the energy so the energy can restore balance and harmony. And then with the next inhaling breath, beginning to bring the body back into center, back into a table position. Taking a few breaths here to reconnect with being still now, as opposed to in movement. The knees are still directly below the hips. Place the palm of the left hand on the floor below the pit of the throat. And then very slowly begin to lift the right arm up in the direction of the ceiling as high as you can comfortably go. And just reach up, press down into the left hand, reach up through the right fingertips. The hips remain square, breathing and feeling. And again, only at the edge. This is a great place to explore being at the edge, yet relaxing. So if the mind becomes overly active or the breath becomes strained, back away from the edge or come completely out of the pose, reset, and then slowly come back in so that you can really feel and relax into the pose. That's working at the edge. And with an exhaling breath, lowering the palm of the hand back down to the floor, resetting and center. And this time, placing the palm of the right hand on the floor below the pit of the throat. And very slowly, move so slowly so you don't pass an edge, so you can remain relaxed all along the way. Begin to extend and lift the left arm out and then up in the direction of the ceiling. As best you can, keep the hips square to begin with. And feel as you press the right palm down and extend through the left fingertips. This is the steady position, but go ahead and explore maybe letting the hips come off center, perhaps rotating through the shoulder a little bit. Just feel it out. The pose doesn't have to be static. This is a meditation in motion. So see how those energetic promptings want to guide a restoration of balance, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And when there's a felt sense to come out of the pose, there's enough exploration of this pose in this moment, just lower the hand back down. And then sink the hips towards the heels, the forehead towards the floor, or even placing the hands underneath the forehead for support. coming into a child's pose. And just relax here in this position. Relax completely, letting go. Bring the attention back to the breath, feeling the breath moving through the body. And then focus the attention at the center of the forehead between the eyebrows, allowing the tactile sensation of the forehead on the floor or your hands to orient your attention there. Letting the energies that have been released thus far integrate at the third eye. And then we'll slowly begin to transition the body up towards a standing position. But before you move, deepen the breath, feel the body, and start out by simply rising out of a child's pose and seeing if there's any stretches, movements, or even additional poses to help restore and maintain balance physically. And let this inner guidance help support your body as it comes up to a standing position. Maybe transitioning through a downward dog or a forward fold, or just coming all the way up onto the feet. Use conscious feeling. Feel all along the way, keeping those movements slow so that you can stay in tune with feeling instead of thinking about how you're going to get up to standing. Just feel it out in the body. And when you get on your feet, just close the eyes. Be still. Breathe. And bring the attention down into the soles of the feet. And then slowly scan the body from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Just noticing what you're feeling. And if you notice any areas of tension, maybe just move that area just a little bit to help release the tension. And we'll prepare for our half moon series by stepping the feet together to touching or as close together as is available in the body. Bring the palms together in front of the heart in prayer position. And remember, we're working at the edge. You have complete permission to back out of the pose at any time. Come all the way out, come out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% so that you can remain relaxed while being engaged. This is all about meditation in motion. If you move into contraction and reaction, physically, mentally, or emotionally, you're no longer practicing and you're reinforcing that as opposed to peace. So standing tall by pressing down into the feet, extending up to the crown of the head. With an inhaling breath, begin to extend the arms overhead, pressing the palms together and interlacing the fingers into temple position by interlacing the fingers and then pointing the pointer fingers up towards the ceiling. Drop the tailbone, press down into the feet, and extend up through the crown of the head and out through the fingertips. Full, steady breaths in and out. Relax the shoulders. Now press into the left foot. Extend up through the fingertips and press the hips to the left as the upper body comes over to the right. And feel that. Square the shoulders and the hips to the front. And as you press down into the left foot, extend up through the entire left side of the body, out through the fingertips, and feel that line of energy in the body. Full, steady breaths in and out. Now press into the feet. Inhale, come back up to center. Relax the shoulders and just bend the elbows a little bit to facilitate a reset. Circle the shoulders a little bit. Bend the knees a few times. Shift the hips from side to side. Back off the edge, reset, and then stand tall, straighten the legs, drop the tailbone, press into the feet, extend the arms up. Arms are extended, shoulders are relaxed. Take a deep breath in, press the right foot down, press the right hip to the right, and extend the upper torso up and over to the left now. Feeling the stretch in the entire right side of the body as you keep the shoulders and the hips square to the front of the room. Breathe and feel. We've just had a complementary movement. We went from one side to the other side, balancing out the energies in the body. Feel that. And then to come back to center, press into both feet. Inhale, back up to center. Relax the shoulders. Continue to work at the edge. If you need to reset or come out, do so. Breathe and feel. Press the feet down. Press the hips forward. Lift the chest up. Keep the head in line with the spine and the arms alongside the ears as best as possible, coming into a back bend pose. We're going to deliberately hold here so that we can feel the sensations and then feel that natural energetic prompting towards balance into a forward fold. So again, press the feet down, lift the chest up, press the hips forward, extend out through the fingertips. Breathe and feel in this back bend. And then when the body is prompted to release, there's just a felt sense that it's time to let go out of this pose. Let the body release in whatever way feels natural. And if you're uncertain, just begin to fold forward and feel the naturalness of going in the opposite direction. Deliberate hold in one position, complementary movement in the other position. Just feeling a naturalness of beginning to fold forward. And if you need to support the back in this forward fold, not a problem. Just place the hands on the thighs above the knees and keep the spine flat, and then relax the head. Breathe and feel. And if there's any additional movements that are prompted after deliberately holding the pose, go with those movements, whatever they are. We're eventually going to make our way all the way into a forward fold, but just take your time, feel it out. Eventually letting the upper torso begin to release down towards the floor. If that's available, let the head hang heavy, the arms hang heavy. Letting go. If you're supporting yourself, And just let the head relax as you support the spine, keeping it flat. Feel this. And then slowly begin to make your way down into a squatting position if that's available, and if not, any comfortable seated position. And from that squat, then slowly transition down into a comfortable seated position. Close the eyes if they're not. Feel the sensations that are present in the body. Bringing the attention back into the breath. Coming into seated on the sits bones, the legs in front of you. My encouragement is if there is any tension or strain in the lower back, to take a folded up blanket or a pillow and place it underneath both sits bones. That creates some height and it releases the tension from the lower back. And then you're going to slowly bring the soles of the feet together to touching, and bring the heels as close in towards the body as you comfortably can. And then you're going to let the knees release open and out. And if this is too much strain, then you can place pillows underneath the knees or yoga blocks, or you can shift the heels a little bit further away from the body and see if that helps. Just again, find that starting point edge for the body where you can be engaged and you can feel sensation, but at the same time you're relaxed. And then just take hold of the ankles. Let the knees relax down. Hold the ankles and lift up on the chest. Press the sits bones down, extend up through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders back and down. Breathe and feel. Inhale, extend up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, just begin to hinge from the hips, just a little bit, folding forward. Move so slowly that as you reach that first natural edge in the body, you just stop, pause, breathe, and feel right here. Breathing into the areas of greatest tightness and tension. And as you breathe and relax into the pose, perhaps the body relaxes enough that you can fold forward a little bit more, but perhaps not. If you're practicing at the edge, the body should feel engaged, yet at the same time you are able to relax and stay present. Breath flows naturally and steadily. Breathe and feel. With an inhaling breath, gently begin to rise back up to a seated position. Straighten out the legs. Feel that complementary movement in the body. First, legs engaged, now relaxing the legs. Notice the naturalness to how straightening the legs facilitates and restores balance and harmony. Your innate intelligence of prana prompts you to this restoration. It's a matter of beginning to tune in, feel, and listen to this natural, inborn innate intelligence we all have. And then bring the legs into any comfortable seated position for our quantum breath technique. However that shows up, just sit in a position where you can sit with a straight spine and be relaxed at the same time, and let that transition happen nice and slowly. Closing the eyes. Tuning into the breath once again. With your next inhaling breath, draw the breath to the very bottom of the lungs. Fill the lungs fully and completely from the bottom to the top, as if you were filling a water bottle. Exhale, releasing from the top back down to the bottom. With your next inhalation, as you breathe in from the bottom to the top, feel the breath fill the body and lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax and release the shoulders. Now as you inhale fully and completely, inhale through the nose. As you exhale, just slightly purse the lips and exhale through the lips as if you were blowing out through a straw. This is called the Shitali breath. So inhaling steadily and smoothly through the nose, keeping the mouth relaxed as you just slightly purse the lips, blowing the breath out through slightly pursed lips. Feeling the body filled with renewed energy on each inhaling breath. And feel a great sense of relaxation, peace, letting go as you exhale through the lips. Now, next time you exhale through your lips, simply allow the attention to follow the breath out past the lips, 4 to 6 inches. And continue to inhale steadily, and as you exhale, follow the breath out past the lips, 4 to 6 inches. Now this time, as you exhale out past the lips 4 to 6 inches, at the completion of the exhalation, just notice the natural pause in the breath. And then as you inhale, Drawing the breath in, the top of the breath, focus the attention at the third eye, the center at the forehead between the eyebrows. And just notice that pause before the next exhale happens as you focus at the third eye. And eventually there'll be a felt sense to merge into these moments of stillness, this pause in between the breaths. When you feel that felt sense of letting the breath technique go and returning to normal breathing and just being very still, release the Shitali breathing technique and allow meditation to naturally occur, where you relax so fully into the meditative state. And if at any time the mind becomes overly active, just return to a few of the Shitali breaths to help restore that inner peace and harmony so that you can return back into meditation. Just noticing how open and spacious this moment is. In meditation, there is spaciousness for all things to arise, and an ability to respond to life from a place of peace as opposed to tension. So continuing our practice of meditation in motion, very slowly, attentively placing the left palm over the heart. Feel that moment that the palm comes into contact with the chest. And then slowly and attentively placing the right palm over the left palm, feeling that first contact of skin on skin. And we'll join our voices in the sound of Om, taking in a full breath. Shanti, peace, peace, peace. May all beings recognize the foundation of peace that is our inheritance, so we can live our lives from peace. Gently opening up the eyes. Jai Bhagwan. Victory to the Spirit, the one Spirit that is united, that we all are. So just listen to the following questions that will help you make the dots between point A and point B of this yoga class. Make the connection. So the first question is, were you able to relax more deeply into the poses, knowing that my invitation was to relax at your edge and that you could back away or come out of the pose at any time? And then the next question is, well, let's back up. Use that in your life if you started to see that. And if not, keep practicing. So the next question is, when you were breathing into the abdomen, into the chest, into the arms, into the palms, could you feel the energy following your attention in the body? And again, this is a practice, so you might not feel it strongly to begin with, but if you keep practicing, you will be able to feel it. But what we're trying to expose is that energy follows attention. So in life, where you focus your attention, that's where your energy is going to go. And that's very true of your thoughts. If you think negative thoughts about yourself and the world or fearful thoughts, that's where your energy is going to go. So just notice how you facilitate energy following attention in your life. And what we're doing in meditation and motion is we're making a conscious crossover into attention following energy, where our attention starts to follow the innate intelligence of prana in the body. And that's that first stretch in the morning that's designed to help to facilitate balance and restoration. Or in the purpose of this class, we did a back bend, we held. Could you feel the naturalness of folding forward? That's beginning to feel and follow that energetic prompting in the body. And I think that's it for now. So have a beautiful day, and Jai Bhagwan.